the day after Boxing Day today, and I have been sent to work, but it's good money. I'm happy about that. But a video I did, probably one of the first videos I did, was done from the tower behind me up here, which I'm not sure if you can see. But today, hopefully, this will be a better footage of the climb, and hopefully a little bit shorter, so people are a bit more interested in it. But yeah, first job I've got today is to get all my gear sorted. I've got quite a bit of gear to bring up here, and it's all got to come up with one rope. So I've got some interesting tricks you might see on how that works. But yeah, it's not all electronics with me. Some of it is the grunt work like this. But let's see how we go. Well, we're just sorting out the gear that's got to come up. And this bag probably won't need to come up. This one's going up on my back. This will go up on the rope, as will this. My lunch is the most important thing. Then there's this 15 kilogram battery, and the solar panel that goes with it off my roof. I'm going to have to remove that. This is a temporary arrangement. I'm not sure if stuff's going to get stolen. However, nobody's touched this in about 12 months. Theft and vandalism is a big problem here. But as it's currently an active logging area, there's a lot more traffic around here, which means less chance that they're going to be able to get away with it. So we'll see how we go. So the temperature's come up quite a bit, even just in the last 20 minutes or so. So the next job is to moisten my evaporative cooling vest, which I do direct from the jerry can. And that will also give me a chance to clean up my little helmet cam and see if it's got enough battery to record the climb. And I'll let my vest soak for a little bit. I've also managed to remove my solar panel, and we've got the battery bank down there. That'll be a load all on its own. But you're probably wondering how I'm going to get all this up on one rope. I have a trick which you'll see soon. Well, because my rope is quite short, I have to get all of these up to the first landing first before I can pull anything up. Part of that's an anti-vandalism measure, and some of it is just because they bought me short rope. In either case, I'll see you at the top of the first landing. The thing we're quite fortunate of today is that we don't have too many lady beetles. And for the uninitiated, you might not be aware, but this fire tower gets covered in lady beetles by the millions, and I'm not joking. These are just, if we can get the camera to adjust, these are just some of the dead ones just left over from the last attack. There have been times where every single surface, including all the rungs, are covered in lady beetles so badly that I can't climb it. And what looks like dirt here is a layer of dead lady beetles. But we're fortunate today, there's not so many. So up we go. Right, I'm a touch breathless now, but we have all the gear up here. Now, as for that rope trick I was talking about, I've connected the green rope to the white rope. The blue rope is just a guide. And on the end of this, I have an extra pulley and another rope shunt. So once it's all up, I can hook it around the pulley at the top and pull it up again. Anyway, time to climb up. Well, before I do much else, I'm going to stop to take in the view with a lanyard attached to my phone, of course. Here we can see there's some clearing work going on here, and for the record, this is all pine plantation. This stuff is planted intentionally and harvested at regular intervals, and you'll notice that the harvesting takes place in a patchwork so that there's always a wildlife corridor. So it's all sustainably planted pine plantations, and as you can see, the plantations run for a very long way. Now onwards to business. We have down here all my gear. This is going to be fun. I've got to pull it all up. It's a very heavy load this time. And we see all the lady beetles that have died since I was last up here. I swept a few off the bench, but that's what the broom's for. And for the curious, that box contains bottled water, not much else. And I can guarantee I'm going to need most of it over the next few weeks. It's scheduled to be 40 degrees Celsius tomorrow, which is going to be fun, to say sarcastically. And we're currently about 33 degrees Celsius in here, if you can see that. If we can go up like this. I think it's a little too bright for the focus. Here we go. And I have to fill the wet bulb and work out the temperature depression. In any case, it's onwards to rope hauling for me. So this is how my rope shunt works. It uses the weight of the load to lock a little cam onto the rope and holding over the pulley. So when I need a rest break, such as when I did right here, my rope doesn't fall all the way back down to the ground and smash everything. Well, it's some thirsty work pulling all that stuff up, and now I'm very, very dry and parched and thirsty, so I think it's time I break out a bottle of water. And because I have multiple sclerosis, keeping cool is a priority, so I do need to take my time and keep cool. So that's what I'm doing before I pull up the battery box. But as you can see, I've got all the other equipment is pulled up. I even managed to leave myself some cleaning equipment last time, so there'll be some work in that too soon. So I've finished my breather. Now it's time to pull the next lot up. You can see here I've positioned the rope shunt and over the original pulley, and I've pulled out most of the slack, so the only thing left to do is to pull up the battery box. It's probably scorching hot by now after being in the sun that long. I've just gone to sit down and eat my lunch and watch TV. I realise I forgot the keyboard and mouse. The one thing I forgot to bring with me. And as these things only have one port and I've got no other peripherals with me, I'm going to have to test this tomorrow. So first world problems got the better of me. I decided I'd climb down the tower and take another bag down and retrieve the keyboard and mouse. But we can see here I've got everything as a rough setup until I actually bolt things down and screw them down to help reduce the theft risk. Not that that really makes a difference, because you can screw your carpet down with tamper-proof screws here and the vandals will rip that up and throw it over the edge. No idea why. But currently I'm just trying to work out... Oh, my mouse is turned off here. I'm currently just trying to get Bluetooth working and connect to the speakers. And we'll see how we go from there. I'm going to have to connect another one, but we are working. There's also one priority for the day, and that's getting my flag put up. The flag serves a couple of purposes here, aside from being a little patriotic. It lets other people know that I'm up the tower, and in a couple of occasions I've been shot at when I've been up here by people who seem to think that the tower was not in use anymore. We can see over here our guy doing the ploughing. He's looking like he's about ready to pack up for the day. It's getting on to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and they quit early here, but they also start early. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to be here till about 6 o'clock tonight, and then there's an hour's drive home, so I won't see home till about 7 o'clock. And then there's a good chance I'm going to have to do it all over again tomorrow. And just for the sake of unnerving people, if you don't like grid mesh floors, this isn't the job for you. We can see over the edge here. Here's my vehicle and my improvised toilet. Not that you needed to see that. Well, everything seems to be running quite well. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm watching 8-Bit Guy. It's a little bit windy up here. And their guy with the ploughing, he's almost done. And let's see here, I've probably got... Still got another, what are we, 3 hours to go? 2 hours to go. Going pretty quickly. But it's working, everything's working. The T-Rex glue worked wonders and the solar panels stuck down rock solid within about 15 minutes. So I think we're on the go. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video short. I've waffled on about a lot of non-electronic stuff, and I'm sure that's what people have started to expect from me. So yeah, this is the Raspberry Pi Zero in a monitor, the solar battery bank, and we're 100 feet off the ground. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope to do some more interesting ones in the very near future.